It takes a special type of person to answer a professional calling to serve others. Day in and day out, working hard to bring about positive changes in the lives of children and families. Such is the daily efforts of social workers for Franklin County Children's Services. So today we want to show our appreciation to these dedicated individuals as part of National Social Work Month. So joining me from FCCS, we have Jessica Allen and Tom Drum. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Jessica, we'll start with you because most people, I think, they know a social worker as somebody who helps people. But there's a lot to your profession. So kind of take us through what you do.
Well, I work in the Intake and Investigations Department. So there we receive cases every day. We get new cases that will require immediate action, whether those are abuse or neglect cases. I have recently been promoted to a new position of a caseworker mentor. So I now have the opportunity to train new employees as they complete our new employee orientation program. They are placed directly into their units with their supervisor. And so it's my role to be of a support staff to the new employee and the supervisor. I work on coaching, mentoring, training, doing a lot of modeling for our new staff, just to teach them anything from the tricks of the trade, giving them a toolbox of how to fax, how to scan, how to do copy, all the way to engagement skills, teaching them how to interview, complete an assessment, you just work with our families, giving them everything that they need to do this job, to be a child welfare caseworker.
Okay, and so you teach the new employees. Tom, you've been with the agency 30 years.
30 years.
First of all, but two different regions. So what is the difference kind of between those?
Geographically, it's 71. If the family lives east of 71, then you're in the east region. If it's west region.
Okay, so what is the average caseload that you and other caseworkers have at any given time, I guess?
We average 17 right now. I have 5 workers in my unit right now. They're each very close to 17. I have a newer worker who's not there right now, but that's about the average at this time.
Okay, and Jessica, you know that you hear social work, you know this is going to be a tough job, an emotional job. Yes. So why did you decide to get into this field?
I would really say that social work runs in my family. Both of my parents are social workers. They worked for the juvenile delinquent system for the state of Ohio. I just really have always been brought up to, want to make a difference in somebody's lives. I love working with families. I love working with children. Social work is not a field where you're going to get instant gratification. And I just really like the knowledge that I'm helping people. I'm a big proponent of social change, of social action, social justice, and social work, that field, I can hit all of those areas. So it's just really important to me to work with children and family.
And Tom, since you've been doing this for so long and it's tough, is it hard not to take your work home with you at times?
It's very tough sometimes. You are involved in the lives of children and the families, and separating yourself from what is going on in the lives of those children can be very difficult sometimes. You have to find outlets away from the job because it can be very difficult emotionally for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you, the same question, Jessica, is that tough?
Yes, especially in my position with teaching the new caseworkers. We really want to promote a strong balance of work-life balance. If you're gonna have a hard day at the job, you really don't want to, take that with you when you walk through your door at home. So really trying to train and teach, how can we take care of ourselves? Whatever you can do outside of work, on the office, on the weekends, we really want to encourage people to take care of ourselves first. We're caretakers. We need to take care of ourselves, which can be hard in the social service field. But if we're not well, how can we, do a service to our families?
Okay, and Tom, since you've been doing this for so long, have you seen a lot of kind of changes in the system, good or bad, that have helped you do your job?
We've become more family-centered, family-focused. We've gone to a system where we want the family to drive the decisions made for their families. The tagline was nothing about them without them a few years ago. So we want the families to be involved in every single decision that is made regarding their children.
Okay, that makes sense. Jessica, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges being in the social work field, aside from trying to kind of separate yourself from your work?
Absolutely. I think, like I mentioned, the instant gratification, we're not going to see the changes right away. It can be challenging. You know, sometimes as social workers, we want things probably a lot more than what, you know, our families are willing to do or are capable of doing at this point. So it's really, we're just giving them the tools to make the changes. And so hopefully, you know, down the line, I can get a phone call to say, you know what, Jessica, you really, something you said, something you did, how you made me feel, really stood with me and made me want to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom, we'll end with, if somebody was thinking about getting into the social work field, what would you say to them about kind of, you know, pushing them into this, that this is a great profession to get involved in?
It's a very difficult profession. It takes a lot of dedication, but there is nothing more rewarding than being able to help a child and his or her family become whatever it is they're meant to be. Nothing more rewarding at all.
Well, there's nothing more rewarding than the fact that you guys do this job and do it so well. So we appreciate you and want to thank you, of course, for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here today, too.